Hi there, I'm Questy, and welcome back to Shadows Awakening. Picking up where we left off moments ago for me and a day ago for you, if you're watching this sequentially, we have just returned to the border camp, having failed to figure out exactly where the rest of that lost cargo is, and I didn't bother looking it up. So, if it happens, it happens.
We must act for justice.
Thank you. And anyway, we're going to get rolling here. So let's switch over to
true power.
Again. Thank you. We're going to head across here and get back into the camp. And I think our next move is going to be to... where's my dude? There's my dude. Don't know my own key bindings. I don't play enough. We're going to go over... We're going to talk to his former lover. And get her to open the gates into the Temurian wilds. Because the intro video that happened a couple of episodes ago kind of whetted my appetite for that. So let's go over here, perilously close to demeaning ourselves again, begging for a little... Come on, man, you're embarrassing yourself in front of her. There we go. We're going to try to avoid begging for a little action from this lady here.
You are always welcome here, my Tsar.
Wait,
what now, General?
I'm getting whiplash from the attitude changes going on. Like, initially she did... Also, I didn't even notice that last time, but her claw is not looking good right there. Like, that is arthritic, if anything. Okay, so once again, we have the option to, you know, beg for a little action to enjoy her numerous nipples. But we're not going to do that. We are instead going to ask if the snotty noble chick has been returned. And we did actually find out as well that this Kaialisar is their enemy city. Now, I don't know whether that's the enemy that they cursed their homeland to defeat or to drive back. Not sure. That would actually make it very strange for us to have helped her just for a little bit of money. That's actually a very mercenary thing, but when we made that call, we had no idea what that association was as far as I remember.
Has the Fearless Cub been returned to Kaialisar?
I did as you asked. But I should like to know why you did this.
We all have our secrets, Attica.
Well?
I too would like to know why you did that. I guess because I selected that option, but I didn't really get anything from him. We'll see. Okay, basically, I still don't want to beg for furry sex, and I don't want to tell her that I'm possessed by a demon, so I'm going to go ahead and ask for her to just open the gates to Temuria, and we're going to press on. We're going to go see this cursed forest.
Open the gate to Temuria. I must go.
As you command, my general.
Like, that was just a weird sort of turn from her to being affectionate towards him.
I will bring order to this lawless Temurian wilds. Once, these forests were the heart and soul of my land. In the spring, the glades rang with the laughter of our cubs. In the autumn, the leaves were a patchwork of gold, red, and brown. You have not seen such beauty as the wilds back then, before the curse.
There is dark magic here now. An ancient bane has been unfettered. Can you not feel it?
I can. Every living thing in the wilds has been twisted by the Conclave's war magic.
Even my family, with all their imperious cruelty, would not have countenanced such transgression.
Every now and then, this game overall has quite good presentation. I'm fairly happy with it. Every now and then it kind of does fuck up some of the editing just a touch. I did love that. Like, I like how he has, like, he generically brings justice to things, right? Like, it's a modular system. I will return and bring justice to this Temurian wilds. So good, so good. Anyway, very unintentional humor from them, but humor nonetheless. Let's get going. All right. we're probably going to have to slowly claw our way through here because we're going to have to keep switching to this guy. We're obviously going to have encounters with, oh, hello. It's a Tamurian ghost spirit. I'm guessing we're going to get to beat the shit out of this guy. Yep. All right, let's freeze him down. Let's do our dark charge. Fuck everyone up. Little AoE action. I like the feeling. All right, and then we're going to bust over to her. Now, I suppose we could spend a little bit of time with Czar, because obviously it's his homeland, right? So maybe instead of my favorite character, we'll actually run around as Czar a bit. Oh, hey, we got a slay proc right there, so that's kind of cool. So we got a stun down on him. Let's give him a little combo action. Some off-tanking from the golem came in handy there, so he's not too bad. I mean, he's got a lot of durability built into him. I kind of wish I could get that map up and just kind of keep running around behind it. I'm checking it way more than I need to, though, because these zones are, you know, they're beautiful. Like, I love the art and everything, but they're very linear. I don't think I need to, you know, it's not like I'm navigating around in Grim Dawn or Path of Exile or something like that. Okay, let's try to get a stun off. We are taking a little bit more damage than I would love to here. Which is inevitably going to happen if we're sitting around playing melee style. Alright, let's see here. Okay, we don't actually have enough mana. I'm going to switch here. Let's bring our dude back out. Okay, that's a little bit of a longer cooldown, but even so, owned him up. Alright, Archer, Ranger, he should be at home in this territory. We're obviously going to have to sweep past this again. Can we actually... No, we can't attack those. Yeah, ow. See, I made it look like I wrecked my own golem there. I don't think that's the case. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Your shots are lame, weak, and you should feel bad. Okay, looks like we've worked our way up into a little bit of a dead end, so it's a perfect opportunity to switch over and do some poking around the shadow area. Okay, this guy's pretty tanky, so let's freeze him down to try to do our damage without interruption here. Alright, there's the way over. I am going to have to backtrack, though, because I don't want to miss anything. This, I've probably mentioned it before, but I do feel this is one of the largest problems with their implementation of just this Shadowlands element, is that really what it ends up being is kind of a chore. Like, you just kind of have to double clear all of the maps. And I guess from that game design point of view, you could say, like, okay, well, that actually, you know, it increases the amount of gameplay that they get out of a certain amount of input. But it doesn't necessarily feel great, right? I'm trying to use my abilities here. I'm actually trying to kite these guys together so that I can do... I just can't see enough. Man, I really wish I could zoom out. I really wish I could zoom out. Here, let me see if this will work. Kind of. Not really what I wanted, but... Yeah, let's take the shaman down. We're sort of in the middle of this little zone, middle of this little beatdown circle here, but we're much more tanky. The gear upgrades that we've done are looking good. Oh, there we go. It's level up time as well. I'm not actually going to do that right away because I'd like to do a little bit of exploration before I head back into the leveling.
Naught but dust.
Okay, these guys have a little bit of fire resistance or poison resistance, which makes sense. They probably do have venom, but they are not particularly resistant to getting clubbed around by a giant furry.
Thy sting, cursed essence, our dark spasm cannot control.
What? All right. Okay, how sturdy are we? I mean, this guy does not have much in the way of combat options, but that was dumb. Okay, so I'm gonna test in one moment here. Okay, so I have no options to adjust characters right now. Apparently we're having a moment. We're having like a little demon moment here. I'm probably gonna end up having to use a soul stone, because we're basically just having to melee these guys down, so it's just attrition. We're gonna have to do it. Like, we do have the little poison sting, but it's not very helpful given the fact that, you know, they are resistant. So yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna, well, maybe I'll clear just ahead here a tiny bit. Okay, we might be getting out of the area that I need to be in. Now that we're encountering these other critters that are a lot tougher, he's gonna probably trip my my health a lot more than these other... Okay, the poison did work though. But I think I'm gonna explore down to the south here a little bit more in the hopes that we actually find whatever it is I'm supposed to interact with. Ah, there's a possibility. Okay, let's try to cut our way through these guys here. I guess nibble, sting, and otherwise scrabble our way through. Okay, so this looks like something. Potentially we can... Maybe we're gonna have to kill a series of those things and then the spawns will stop or something like that. I have no idea. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to pop another one. We're going through resources, whatever we're dealing with here. I have to admit, I'm a little confused. I don't know what the scenario is. I guess what it's doing is basically indicating that even in the Shadow Realm, this place corrupts, right? And I'm wondering if we're gonna actually have these types of problems with our other characters as well, where we basically become corrupted by just being in this area. Okay, we've got a lot of hostiles here. Man, we're really... I mean, I guess we're not going through a lot of resources, but it's more than I'd love to go through because we really are locked down into just this endless melee combat. Basically, we've been turned into nature's asshole with wings. The mighty wasp. At least this thing isn't quite as terrifying and horrible as a Japanese hornet, which apparently we now have kind of near where I live, so... grand. So this looks like the actual dead end, so I suppose we're gonna have to head up in front of us. Maybe what we can actually do here, let's okay, that is our tracked quest. I'm noticing that that doesn't really mean anything map wise, right? We don't really ever get to see anything by having our quest tracked. I mean, we do if we're right on top of it, but it doesn't really help us in navigation very much. I don't mind that, I suppose, because it is just a scenario where we just head, you know, just follow the linear path and we will eventually get there. Okay, I should have saved the poison for this guy here because he's actually a hell of a lot more vulnerable to it. See, we got a lot more damage out of it there. It basically, like, I think 3 times as much or so. Almost. 2 times. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, we'll give him all a shot. I don't want to waste the time. I mean, I don't want to lose the health, but I don't want to waste the time of like trying to kite him down or something. Alright, so we're kind of cruising along here. We don't have too many options. This might just loop around, so let's go check it out. Okay, we actually have something here. Now... not too many guesses that this, whatever this is. Okay, so these are apparently wolves. I don't know. I suppose I didn't pay attention in biology class or something like that. Of course, I get it. They are supposed to be kind of, you know, warped or whatever. So here we've got Hermit's Cavern. All right, I was actually expecting that this would be a wolf's den. And it might still be a wolf's den, but let's go and investigate it. You know what? We are earning souls. I hadn't noticed that right away, so it's actually not bothering me as much to use those resources. I forgot that this is actually the Shadow Realm. So let's head on in and find out what we can do about this. This might be the spot. Again, I'm not seeing any guidance, but this could be it, right? So... And this is actually quite interesting too. So we are regaining shadow energy while we're killing things in this hornet form. So it feels as if it should be the Shadow Realm, and yet it seems like it's a hybrid, because in the Shadow Realm we really don't have like breakable vases and stuff like that. So this is kind of a little bit interesting. We might be sort of in between. If I was going to give them some writing cred, I would say that that's the nature of the curse, right? They've sort of overlapped the Shadow Realm on the real world, and hence the curse. What am I doing? Why am I dodging? We can recover what we need here. So you can see there, we're recovering shadow energy when we score some kills here. This is a good thing. This is sustainable, sustainable carnage, and I like it. Okay, we're actually picking up quite a few enemies. We are going to have to go ahead here. Let's get another poison shot on this. Oh, man. Okay. Let's get a poison shot on... No, we got a poison shot on the wrong guy. Whatever. Targeting's not amazing. It's because it's so zoomed in, right? Like, these enemies, like, if you look at the amount of screen space they take up, and that I'm not throwing that in as a critique, right? Like, that's not meant as a critique at all. It's simply a different way of looking at presenting an ARPG. It's close in, you can see the art better, all that stuff is going on, but at the same time... It makes it possibly more difficult to... Anyway, okay, so here's an interesting thing, right? So this is a little more evidence that, and we did see this outside as well, we can't interact with Shadow Realm things, but we are recovering essence. Kind of cool, actually. You mentioned...
Well met, creature that is not. I have been where you are now. Fret not, the crystal below can end your torment. Come see me after you touch the crystal. In the meantime, I must continue my chant.
Okay. That's interesting. So let's just continue poking around. We're obviously on the right track here. And possibly reinforcing my my conjecture there that this is the nature of the curse, is that, you know, you get this hybridized Shadow Realm / real world kind of thing going on. I'm looting your shit. Leave me alone. But it sounds pretty straightforward to deal with if all we have to go down and like rub ourselves on a crystal. Okay, there we go. We've recovered a charge, so we're keeping... Oh, okay. So, yeah, so we can't interact with this either. Now, he says the cavern below. But... where is that gonna happen? Is there a... I mean, I see shit over here, but I don't know how to get to it. Okay, well, you know what the other option is? That we are in the wrong cave. Crystal's not here, man. Okay, let's head back out, and we'll just take a poke around before we start getting worked up that we can't get over there. It could well be that what we're actually seeing is a little bit of something that's going to be accessible from another cave entrance somewhere. It does say in the Hermit's Cabin, but it's possible that there's another entrance kind of up here. We have seen that with some of the other caves and dungeons. So let's just take a poke around. Oh, good. Horrors. Okay, they're actually really, really weak. Saplings. I think we might actually meet the tree, though. Yeah, there we go. So it's an infected wood elemental. Let's do some de-adding here. Now they're vulnerable to fire, I think it says, right? He's got poison resistance, which is not great for my yeah, he telegraphs attacks like there's no tomorrow there. Alright, there we go. His animation set was just a little bit weird there. Not gonna lie. Now I do see that entrance over there, and I am gonna go back. I just got a little excited beating these guys up. Picking up some good white loot there, so hopefully we're gonna get a little bit more money on the go so we can potentially do a little bit more item augmenting. And now I just realized that that cavern that I saw was the one that we just decided was not the correct one. And that might be an error. I might have to go back and try to figure that out. Ow. Dick. Ow. Dick. There we go. I'm gonna heal myself again here. What's that going on there? Alright. Ooh, blues, nice. Ow. It's kind of weird, like he seems to freeze every once in a while. And reanimate. There we go. Okay, what do we got here? I mean, that is unhealthy looking. I'm starting to feel like we don't have some other little way forward that we can poke our way into. We might have to go back to that cave and try to figure it out. Because this looks like it's getting more and more off track. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what their mechanics are or whether he's just kind of glitchy or what's going on, but yeah, that's a bit weird. But this stuff all feels like I could be doing it with Evia and just having a much easier time of it. Not that they're hard, just because he has this stage where he just kind of stands here and takes a beating. Ow. As he slaps the shit right out of me. Oh, that crit hurt. Kicked my thorax. All right, you know what? Like, obviously, yeah, we've got a little circle around here. We really need to be back here, I guess. We need to figure out what's going on in that cave. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, you know what? I hadn't even realized that we had the capability to switch characters again. But I assume... Wait a minute, what? Did we just fix everything? Did we accidentally complete that quest? I don't know. I don't know. I'm as confused as everyone else is right now. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no. Okay. Wait, he was... Okay, so he was in the place of Zool then. I'm so confused. I don't know. It was like the demon guy. I thought the demon turned into this, but actually Zool turned into this, and now we have the other characters up and running. I don't know. Stuff happens, man. Out here in the Temurian wilds. We may as well clear the map. Yeah, fuck you, I guess is the way that went. And yeah, we have been picking up some items as well, so we're going to poke around at that. But what we're going to do, probably at the beginning of the next video, is we're going to level and take a look at what we've got going on there. Fast travel. Got my movement skills. good stuff. There's a crit right there. Remember, we are building a crit build here, so it's nice to see it work every once in a while. All right, here, check this out. Yeah, come here. Oh, that's right. I don't know why I made that noise. It's probably something my little weird soul husk ate. Okay, I'm going to go back to that cave and I'm going to see what's going on. And I do have a pretty good idea of what I was doing wrong, which is I didn't realize that we'd regain... Wow, he has those cool wings. When did he get those? That looks awesome. Is that something to do with the area? I have no idea. Interesting. But anyway, have you guys seen what's gone wrong? I didn't realize that we'd gotten the ability to switch characters again. And now that we can, boom, we're on the other side. And we can even switch back to our favorite over here, Evia, and kill them with fire. As God intended. Presumably. I mean, they burned all those witches, right? So I imagine that's what God intended. All right, wait on in there, and let's light them up. And actually, we're also going to use our fan shot because these guys are pretty flimsy. Well, technically, I'm not going to waste it on one. But when we get those groups up ahead here, tap them up. Fantastic. All right, let's actually make sure that we're not... Oh, there you go. I see you. That's enough out of you, Tamurian Shade.
You shall become naught but dust.
She has definitely got a lot more quickness to her in terms of movement speed, so she's the explorer, basically. That's interesting. Is this... I mean, it is a crystal, but it's obviously not the crystal that we want to be working on. So let's keep poking around. Boss arena? Anybody else? Anybody else feeling like this might be a boss arena? Another spider queen by any chance? Now you would think that any normal player would go ahead and level up before facing a boss, but you would be wrong because I don't make good decisions like that. Actually, not a big boss, it's just a bunch of dumb spiders. Come here, guys. Right. Okay, nope. Dodge and weave. Lay that shit out. Switch in this. Drop the tank. Gather around the tank, please. I said gather around the tank, please. Guys, thank you. Okay, and then let's light them up.
You shall fall.
Oh yeah, so my main attack is poison, which is probably not particularly effective against these guys. Hey, quit spitting at me, man. What are you doing? Okay. Sweet. Is that it? That is not it. You know not with who you fuck. Wait. Alright, maybe I'm not cut out to be a supervillain of any kind. Alright, anyway. That looked to me like it was going to be more of a boss arena than it actually was. Okay, this guy's got some fucking... He's got some tankiness to him. Alright, cooldowns are up, so we are good to go here again. Let's, fire and meteors and all that good shit. That was meant to get both of them, but you know, it'll do. I'm not actually sure that I prefer the meteor over the rain of fire that she has. I think that rain of fire is a little bit better, if I'm being totally honest. So I might actually switch back to that. Okay, guys, gather around the barrel, please. Thank you. Take that. Here we go. All right, we'll kind of kite around here, try to bring them together again. Now, I know I'm not using my Hornet very much, but he's he's not great because he's just melee, and I would much prefer to kite and sort of reduce our usage of that soul stone. Now, the other thing too is, and maybe I'm crazy or just very forgetful. I think we know those things to be true. But I thought the situation was that in order to fill the soul stone, the demon had to kill people in the spirit realm. And now it seems like I'm filling it with some of the regular kills that I'm... Hello. Sorry, I just gotta... Just gotta kill that asshole. Now this is kind of interesting, right? Oh, I got a skill point. Cool. I don't think I've seen that before. I hope I haven't been missing them because that could be a source of skill points I'm meant to get. Okay, we've got ourselves a nice treasure chest. Look at the size of this one. I wonder if that indicates rarity. It does not indicate rarity. Let's move on with our exploration. Now, okay, I just said that. I just said let's move on with our exploration, and then I looked at the clock and I realized we have just passed the 31-minute mark.
Must I do everything myself?
I was trying to do a sign off. I'll take care of that, thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and call this video here, and we're probably going to take a quick pause. We're going to do some leveling up at the beginning of the next video. Until then,